having space, really a museum to share our story as Palestinians. And really, this is how the idea started, is to create a space where the Palestinian people have a voice in DC, have a voice in the DC capital that's full of museums, that has really a place in decision making in the US and around the world. And really, most importantly, to create a view in the world where the view of the Palestinian people is being transformed. As you know, like being in Palestinian in the US, I saw that our story is really portrayed in two ways, or more than two ways actually. One is like we are victims. Look at those Palestinians; they are victims. They can't do anything about their situation. And second, look at Palestinians; they are violent people. We can't, we can't talk to them, right? And so the museum really creates a third way, where we are showing Palestinians as human beings. We're showing Palestinians and Palestinian Americans as they are part of the American society. We are showing Palestinians as artists like Ramzy and others. We're showing Palestinians as entrepreneurs, as people who have really a voice and a story to tell. Of course, using arts and using culture, and not just focusing on one story, but our main message is many stories, one heart. So we would like to have the Palestinian story and many stories of the Palestinian people, not just one, transcending politics, religion, racial, or any really distinctions we put to between us as human beings. And we really want visitors, when they come to the museum, or where they come to Zoom calls or virtual museum, to discover themselves and to discover their humanity by getting to know us, getting to know who we are as Palestinian people. And just so a little bit about how this museum started. We started as a traveling exhibit 5 years ago, and we started going around the country with traveling exhibits, working with artists in Palestine, and displaying their work and artifacts and history in different universities, conferences, churches around the country. And we put a team together and we built a momentum where finally we had a space in Washington D.C. and we were able to open to the public on June 15 of 2019. Since then, we have had since June to basically February, we have had 4,000 visitors, averaging between 60 to 100 people a week. So we were getting a lot of people between universities and just tourists who coming to DC, or anyone who really interested in Palestine and the Palestinian story. Um, and unfortunately, we had to close since March. And we for that we wanted to continue sharing our culture and our story and history. So we developed a virtual museum, and it's online where you can see it. You can see it. We're gonna post about it in the chat, as well as we developed a lot of Zoom activities and events. Like this concert, we did have cooking classes, tatriz classes. We had many artist talks and presentations by several Palestinian artists in Palestine and the US and the diaspora. Um, and really today is one of our stars, one of our Palestinian stars, Ramzy Suleiman, who's here with us today. It's really an honor to have him. I have met Ramzy since I came to the US. So like when I was able to stay with him and his mom and family for like a couple of months, and as I was staying in DC, and I came to DC. So let me introduce Ramzy. Ramzy is a keys player, singer, and producer. He co-founded the band 47 Soul and the shamstep culture movement. Ramzy will be here for 45 minutes performing a solo acoustic set featuring songs from the latest Z the People album, Sammy's Boy, released in 2019. Before I give it to Ramzy, I want to say that we are going to be on Facebook Live. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm really thrilled to announce that the museum is also going to be reopening this Saturday. It's going to be reopening on a limited capacity, of course. We're going to allow a certain number of people. We have so we invite you to come. It's going to be open for now just on Saturday with registrations. So we're going to post the link on the chat. So if we would love to have you. Please register and come to the museum, where you will also have an hour to yourself to visit and see all the artifacts, and also have a tour. We also have a guided tour in the museum. Also, we invite you two things. First, come. Second, we invite you also to join the Resilience Monthly Club, which is a monthly membership with the museum for $19 a month, 3 cups of coffee basically a month, and a way to sustain the museum and to also enable us to do more online exhibits, more events, as we are really going on to uncertain place where we're really estimating that we are losing almost 5,000 visitors up to the end of the summer. So we are counting on visitors. We are also counting on you. So please join us with the Resilience Monthly Club. And now I would like to, I introduced Ramzy. I would like to leave you with Ramzy, who will be taking it for the next 45 minutes. Ramzy?
Bashara. Ahla wa sahla fikum. Thank you very much for the intro, and thank you very much to Palestine Museum for hosting this live. This is my first time broadcasting from my home studio, so please bear with us if there's any technical stuff. And we've done our best to make sure that this feed won't be interrupted. So inshallah, you're keeping safe and healthy, and we can enjoy the set together. I'd like to say on Bashara's point that we're from a position of our story and ongoing story being hidden from the mainstream in many ways, and as we saw, removed from the maps. And I think that once our ongoing stories are put in the mainstream, the powers that be are gonna have more on their hands than they're capable of, and it will come to us then. And this song is about that, and it's called Loaded. Ready for the sun to come outside, before the movie catch you waiting. Going out for a peak time. 1 minute, no cracks in the dunya here. I do this for the south side. Or we run the site so they can leave our home earth too broke to call out for everyone to steady. Way more people, we've been more than ready. Only the morning it's going to get loaded for more than they told you. Only the morning it's going to get loaded. I told you can quote me. Only the morning it's going to get loaded for more than they told you. Only the morning loaded. call, no brief, I go down explaining. She looked disbelief, who got the last say? Scatter mode, we stay in formation. See what the soul throw to the hand that can be overcome by Iblis. Are you on the side receiver, the reader, for the sun to come outside? Before the movie gets you waiting, holding out for a peak time. 1 minute, no cracks in the dunya hip. I do this for the south side. Or we run the site so they can leave a home earth too broke to call out for everyone to steady. Way more people, we've been more than ready. Only the morning it's going to get loaded for more than they told you. Only the morning it's going to get loaded. I told you can quote me. Only the morning it's going to get loaded for more than they told you. Only the morning light is still loading. It's going to get loaded for more than they told you, for more than they woke you, for more than they hoped. Thank you so much. I'd like to give a special shout out to my cousin, my real cuz, Bint Amti, Hala, who's joined us on the feed. Tahiyati. Hala cousin, love you cousin. A very important person to me. I'd like to dedicate this next song to her. It's called Blame. You could sit back and connect on all you put down. If you didn't know, why would you put blame on all your good side? If you sit back and connect on what you put down. If you didn't know, why would you put blame on all your good side? I've been trying this whole time to get back all that's been left behind. She might wake up even mid-phrase. Anyway, can't get in the way. You could sit back and connect on what you put down. If you didn't know, why would you put blame on all your good side? If you sit back and connect with what you put down, only lose games where you would put strain on all your good side. I've been buying so much time. When the hope don't grow, exhaust your side. She might make you new hero for a phase. Anyway, can't get in the way. Only when you spend your worth would you know that شكرا كتير. Thank you. تحياتي لكل المستمعين. Everybody that's tuning in, I appreciate that you took the time to come join us here. Once again, thank you to the Palestine Museum for making this happen. And like Bashara said, channel that 3 cups of coffee into a museum subscription. Come check out what the Palestinian people are doing in DC. And this next song is called Shuhad.
Underestimate what's at stake in here. Sure had no love, cannot return it to you. What we hold now, is it sure enough?
Shukran Khatir. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for you. Thank you for the fam, for the cousins, for the support of the Palestinian Museum in the DMV. There are some links for supporting this new museum and its new initiative, which I'm fully with. And I would like to see this space win. So if you're with me, Please drop some support for the DC Museum of the Palestinian People. And I've got a few more songs for you. This next one I'm going to play is called Wave.
Stress all night from the first step one. First step, don't need to ask why we blazing. See me on Skype, it will be more right when we step into the frame line. Cover no sign, we'll prove it by time how we own the innovation. See, we waste no life every day, our fight, we've been tied to the wave. Wave. Slow down. Already we know how it go down. Trap all night, get the bag, then flight. We are holding life, they can cut through the haze. Reason on trial, when they read my file, it will sober up the home of one that don't know, but once they get hold, it will not leave you hanging. See, we waste no life every day, our fight, we've been tied to the wave. 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 Keep it going. Never slow down. Already we know how it go down. I tell it no different than it's supposed to have been. Turn of the tide with the chat generation. Make it to the moon, we can make it to the strip. When I'm on Live King, I'll be telling like this. My people have been driven to insane by the raid and the aid of the 10th Crusade. Rank in the ruin of the visa and the tank. Can't chat nice with the politics, just make banks. East-West unify with the coast. Go same as you go, can't define my own boat. I'm a 4th-7. Born in the district, fed in the Yemen. We was John Paul before they knew about Lenin. Only super facts while you all sentimental. I'm a Suleiman, first rise up in the temple. And I've been saying all about the breed, it's about the one creed. I've been planting you the seed till I die, fellaheen. Repeating like the miller, can't catch my light, it's too brilliant. Better return the residual. Focus too much visual, you lost me at the syllabus. Can you believe while I'm doing this, we rest on new Shahid? Could be MLK, Gandhi, Melahin, Malcolm. If you know, then you okay. If you don't, watch the movie till the end. Don't need allies or a friend. Hanafiya, how I bend. If you real, no pretend that you fluent in the Zen. How can one defend who could not produce credentials? I could spend my whole life making Medjugorje instrumental, but they set my hood on fire when we hosted them in residentials. Khalas, too much sense, disable fence that between me and my father post code. I do just by the soul of the rebel that was stole. This is the taking recontrol of the ear that can hear the next promise. And when the day appear, don't be headed like a deer. Don't act like you can save what was already the great. Turn the keys, activate. If you've known all you late, one rise all tied to the wave. Wave. Wave.
Thank you all for tuning in. كل مستمعين, كل محاضرين. I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you. I think that in this time of revolutions on top of each other, ideas on top of each other, dogmas on top of each other. The world is looking for consistency and clarity, and I'm hoping that you can find that. And when you do find that, you stick with it. And I'd like to dedicate this track to my غزاز وفام بكل مكان. تحية لأبو سامي، تحية لأبو أحمد، دار أبو صفية. Shout out all my cousins. I'd like to give a special shout out, تحية ل 47 Soul, of which I'm a co-founder, and of which this group is producing a new album, of which we've dropped, I don't know why I keep saying of which, but just to be very, very daqiq and precise with what I'm trying to communicate, this album, Semitics, is going to be fully available next month. And we have already released 3 singles from this album, Semitics. You can find them on YouTube and all the streaming sites. So check us out. That's my crew. Special tahiyya لشباب DMV, Abu Rasta, Mahwizi, Rich Boy Fedi, Wadi Nar, my cousin's car. Let's go. This one is called Stop the Rain.
Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling down? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling? We're sick of this constant invasion. What can we do to stop this game from playing? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling down? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling down? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling? How can I stand miles away from danger? How can I resist from a distance? Sometimes I must fool myself completely. This war is a scene in a theater. Can I ever stop the rain? Can I ever stop the rain from falling down? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling? Can I ever stop the rain? Can I ever stop the rain from falling down? Can we ever stop the rain? Can we ever stop the rain from falling down? Can't trust this system. Must trust in
Once again, thank you so much for the Palestine Museum for hosting this live from DMV acoustic session. For all those in the DMV, I think there's a thunderstorm brewing. So, I mean, you don't need more warnings to stay indoors. So you all know it's good and you know what it is. And I'm very, very thankful that you're here with me today. And those who are tuning in after, please be sure to follow Zee the People on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, pop a like, check out my videos. And I've got a new song for you I'd like to play today. This is an international debut of this piece. I'm not going to say a lot about it because, you know, first flight and all that. I'll just get into it.
Over this stretch, I've been keeping you the closest. Take away everyone else, not really miss. Over this test, I've been making good on my best. Take away effort to guess, and I don't really know shit. More levels of time, you really are full of man. Over this stretch, I've been minding my closest. Take away everything left there, really don't not fit. Oh, over this stretch, they've been trying new approaches. While the future is kicking us, not leaving you hopeless. Small levels of touch you up for the math. Take it from me, hold me near. Just don't try to look cool. Ooh, don't assume. See how original rules. Over the stress, no harmony. Over this test, no, I won't let. Over this stress, yeah, no. Over this test, just don't try to look cool. Ooh.
Thank you, fam. Tahiyya la Bashar al-Nasser. Just for one clarification, when he first came to DC, he first came to this room, right here. So it's a fam thing, it's a fam affair. Everybody who's tuned in, I consider you part of the Zee the People family. And I am so grateful that you're here to listen to these songs, and I'm hoping they do something for you. I've got one more for you today, I think that would be my thing. So this last track is called "I Don't Want Your Life." It's a quick shout out. Thank you, Ann Proctor. Thank you, Donna Wiley. Hala Heba. Shukran, Rolia. Thank you all who left a note, a message of support. This is my final track, and then I believe Bashara will be saying a few more words about the Palestine Museum. Please stay safe and healthy and close to your loved ones. This one is called "Don't Want Your Life."
Don't want your life, I don't want your life. I don't want your life, I don't want your life. I don't want your life, I don't want your life. I want mine. I want mine. I want your love. If you law, not principle, I wouldn't want your love. Want protect to be a criminal. I wouldn't want your peace if you're running on blood. I see through your heart if it's pretending to know love. I don't want your life, I don't want your life. Don't want your life, I don't want your life. Don't want your life, I don't want your life. I want mine. I want mine. I wouldn't want your bomb, want a heavy thing to hold. I wouldn't want your control, want a burden on the soul. I wouldn't want your fear, the worst kind of addiction. I see through your eyes when they're missing the picture. DC police مش حابين نبرتي، ناس في البلد مش فاهمين لهجتي. بجوز يعتبروني من حضور عرب النص كاوبوي، سينث نويز هيبي هن الشلة بس. ابوي جبهة بلاك بانثر قاعد مع زباتيستا بالجنة. وصلنا بالداخل الكبرى قديش ما لفتنا شتاتس. انا حامل الانجاز زين رغم ان الشاذ في مكانكم فين. راح اغطيكم واغنيكم هاد. I don't want your life, I don't want your life. I don't want your life, I don't want your life. I don't want your life, I don't want your life. I want mine.
Shukran once again. Assalamu alaikum.
Shukran, shukran. Thank you so much. Wow, wow. What a show. What a show. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Ramzy. And thank you for everyone who joined us this evening. Like I'm very touched. And I want to close by saying that like people like Ramzy make us very proud, and like really like share, like by his concerts and by his voice, we're raising Palestine and we're raising the Palestinian people very high. So thank you. And that's what the Museum of the Palestinian People is all about. And sharing our story, sharing our culture. We invite you to come back and visit the museum. We are going to be opening on limited basis, starting this Saturday, the 25th. there is a link to sign up where you will have enough time, 1 hour to see the museum. You can find the link on the chat. You can find it on the website. You can find it on Facebook. And also, this has been a tough year, especially for museums, not just us, but for the whole museum industry. We are counting on visitors to come. We have lost thousands of visitors this year, and we are trying to sustain the museum moving forward. So we invite you to make a donation. If you're really passionate about this and you really want to invest in keeping this Palestinian landmark in Washington, D.C., please join the Resilience Monthly Club, $19 a month, and help us sustain this museum and help us bring more artists like Ramzy and the upcoming events and live events and virtual and physical spaces that we're gonna have. Thank you again, and thank you, Ramzy, so much. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate your voice and your talent. And follow Ramzy, Z the People, 47 Soul. They are releasing an album. Their album just actually, their 3 songs have hit more than 1 million views on YouTube and Facebook. So I'm like, wow, like, you know, and follow them. They're releasing something next month, and we will be we will be sharing it as well. We'll be sharing it on the museum page. And thank you all for being here tonight, and hope you have a great night. Stay safe, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining.